Check K. 1 2 1 2. Balls.
Hey, check.
You
1
have to say
2.
balls,
Balls.
so sure.
Balls.
Welcome back to the Scrum, February 10th. How we doing?
Doing all right, man.
We're here.
We're 4 days away from Valentine's Day.
I went the whole day, forgetting that we were doing this until like 3 p.m., which is like an hour or two before we do this. And I thought it was Thursday, like all fucking day long.
That's fun.
All fucking day. Part of the reason why I forgot we were doing this because we do this on Wednesday.
I thought it was
You don't
Thursday.
say it till
I thought it was
Thursday, but fuck
Thursday
you.
too because of the Hurricanes game that's on Thursday, and I was like, sweet. I was literally like,
Yeah.
sweet. There's gonna be a hockey game I can watch tonight. At least there's like a light at the end of this tunnel type shit. And then I was just like texting my dad.
You gotta hang out with us.
I was texting my dad about some like I saw Trocheck was like skating again. I was like, he's skating. He might be able to play tonight. My dad was like, tomorrow? ? I was like, yeah.
And Nate just was in a no contact
Your dad
jersey.
be low key making you feel like a dick, dude. Like, he doesn't mean to, but he'll just be like making you feel dumb as shit.
Dude, especially through the text, just like one. My dad's a big like the K guy. My dad's big on just K, dude. K. You're just like, oh, okay. No, I'll go fuck myself. It's fine.
That's pretty good.
But y'all do anything big? I guess you really can't say too loud. I guess if with your wife in the other room, if you have any surprises. But Dylan,
Talking about Valentine's Day?
yeah,
Did we? I feel like you just brought that up out of nowhere.
He mentioned it.
I mentioned earlier. I was
okay.
like 4 days from Valentine's Day. Yeah.
So how about I was on the phone with my mom earlier, talking about Valentine's Day, and she was like, "Say hi to Megan for me," and I got off the phone, and then some other shit happened. I talked to Corinne, the guy we work with, real quick, and then about a name drop and shit, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, my mom says hey." She goes, "Yeah, you told me right after you got off the phone." I was like, I did? I was like, fuck, when? She's like, just a bit ago. I was like, fuck, dude.
Like that.
I'd be forgetting shit. Nah. Literally, it was like either last night or the night before. We were just like, I think we both kind of realized. And we were just like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? But we'll probably like order some decent takeout.
Yeah.
Like, a nice place and maybe just like, dim
Chill
the
out.
lights and shit. And then
Dim the lights.
and then come really fast.
Yeah.
And then she's disappointed.
And then we both go to bed sad. And then we just do that again.
Well, I mean, she goes out and then gets hers. You know what I'm saying? And then,
that was for you. That was her gift to you. And then she said, "I gotta go."
Yeah.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just want her to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
That's
man.
all that matters.
What about you, Dylan?
Happy wife, happy life.
I think we're gonna do like a day trip to the beach.
Nice.
Yeah. It was Dakota.
When's Valentine's Day?
Saturday.
Sunday.
It's
Shows you how little
Sunday.
prepared I am.
It's Sunday, but we're doing it Saturday.
Nice.
Because we got to do the podcast on Sunday.
In time.
Speaking of the
Wait.
podcast-
So we're doing the podcast on Valentine's Day? Is that what, are we just now coming to that conclusion as a group?
I've known that.
I really hadn't even thought about it that far ahead.
What are you doing? Taking ass? What are you doing?
Well, see, that's where it gets kind of it gets interesting because me and my girlfriend, our first date was on Valentine's Day.
So it's also your like first date anniversary.
It's kind of but like we never had like a big okay, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend thing. So we both just kind of like without talking
That's how
about
it should be,
agreed.
though.
We were like, so that was like a kind of a thing. We'll just do it then. So we'll have to talk about what's going on recording Sunday, I guess, because I really don't know what our full Sunday
That's cool.
plans
Yeah, whatever
are.
we're doing.
But
I mean, literally, with us just now coming to this conclusion as a group, that's very applicable. Like,
and
we're not going to hold you to that
people in
schedule.
behind the scenes, dude. A little look behind the scenes to how well planned we are.
We are horrible partners. We are bad partners in our relationship.
But we're down to adjust, so really we're great.
I mean, I let
partners.
my
That's
girl
what it
cheat.
is.
Like, it's
Well, it's not really cheating, is it?
well, hey, as long as she's happy, bro.
But dude, how about I ordered like flowers, right? I was gonna do like the flowers of chocolate things, right? And it was like, it was a bundle, 1-800 flowers. Shouts out. I don't think my girlfriend listens.
Use
so
code
hopefully I don't
SAUCE.
spoil anything. Actually, don't shouts out because what I'm about to fucking say. So I get the bundle, right? It's like a whole little thing, flowers and shit. They're like, word. I pay for it. There's no like everything. I got to pick the date. Everything's good. I pay for it. I get to like the look at my order shit. It's like, cool. Flowers are coming on this day.
Yep.
Everything else is going to show up like the 16th or 17th. I was like, well, that's fucking useless. Isn't it?
When did you order it?
It was over a week in advance. I don't remember the exact date, but like.
So like just this past Sunday, Saturday maybe?
It was sometime last week. Yeah.
All right.
It's you know what I'm saying.
It's a little bit on you.
It's a little bit.
It's
but
a little
also,
bit on you.
Like,
I mean, like
I'm saying what I ordered. Like there's nothing that's like.
Nothing crazy.
Ordering flowers to arrive on Valentine's Day is like trying to get the baby Yoda doll this past Christmas. Like it just ain't happening.
Agreed. But see, the flowers are showing up on time. It's just the fucking chocolate shit. That,
something
like,
you get.
Still,
I've never success. I mean, I'm a again a terrible partner, but I've ordered stuff like flowers, maybe like a stuffed animal through the same sort of thing or whatever the case. I remember one time I got her like a life size teddy bear, one of those like 4.5 foot tall motherfuckers. She just put the dick on it.
She's like, you watch, and then this is Valentine's Day.
As long as she's happy. But that shit never. It's always like a day later.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's awful.
It is what it is.
So
the worst thing about those services, in my opinion, is you order those flowers and they just show up in a fucking box.
Do they? I've never used them.
It's mad unromantic. When she's just like, oh, this is a box. It says 1-800, and then she like take it and it's like, okay, now, and then
then you kind of have to put it together a little bit.
Kinda. It's like like it's not really, you know what I mean? Unless you get like from a florist who like delivers that shit like that.
Ready.
It's mad unromantic.
Yeah, no, that's.
IMO.
And see, that's my plan. I got shit showing up the day before. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna set it all up. You know what I'm saying? And then she's got to drive around.
And she'll
my
still
house
be
and
unimpressed.
Get it, you know what I'm saying? she's gotta come get it. I'm not gonna take it over there. You know what I'm saying? There's fucking have that shit fall
it's
over
a two-way
in my
street.
car. Yeah, this is a
relationship. Fall over in your car.
It's a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Well, shouts out Valentine's Day for all you lonely people. Sucks to suck. You know, I mean,
hey, dating in a pandemic's hard. I'm sure. You know,
that's facts.
It's been a long fucking year now almost for a lot of people.
Damn. Yeah, no, shouts out them.
Shouts out.
Because then you're like on Tinder probably or whatever, Bumble, whatever, Hinge, all those apps, and then you meet somebody, and there's probably a good chance that like you might not even meet up, but just like connect or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But but you just can't meet up, and it's just that's a cold piece.
For real,
I feel for that.
And I've seen people had video dates with people you haven't met in person yet to like as part of the dating thing. And I was sitting like in bed with Lexi, and I was literally like, I'm so glad that we fucking met before all this shit because there's no way I would have done that. Like,
well, it's the thing too. Like, and I haven't been single in a long time. I couldn't imagine re-entering the dating world now, let alone having to switch my whole game up to not meet you know what I mean? Like to not meet somebody. Yeah. I mean, I guess to be honest, our whole generation and the younger is like programmed to not fucking meet in person. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like just like the way people interact in general. But like,
yeah, you're terrified if someone comes up to you like in real life, like IRL at a bar. You're like, yo, what the fuck are you? Like, what are you doing? I came with my friends, bro.
Yeah.
Like, stay away from me.
Girls get so creeped out.
Hit me up on Instagram.
I mean, it's probably just because I look like me, but you know.
It's probably
you're talking to me. You haven't added me on IG. Like what?
It's probably because I walked up real quiet and then like jump scared him. But fucking.
Maybe it's because I showed up doing magic. Like, chicks love magic. What the fuck?
Cape and all.
Cape and all. With a cane, a fucking hat.
Yeah.
I pull flowers out of the fucking. It says 100 flowers. Yes. This past Sunday, so the Sunday before this Valentine's Day, the Buccaneers and Brady win the Super Bowl. What Super Bowl was this?
55.
You don't know. It was LV, is what it was.
55.
Fuck this guy. Fucking history book reading.
For real,
how you know
cares more about football than hockey, dude.
Can't read Roman numerals. Doesn't seem that impressive.
You just straight up win at our intelligence, like straight up. Now, no one, like actually,
it was
no one
Super
can
Bowl
do that.
live, dude.
No one can actually do that. Like, Super Bowl. Mahomes couldn't go back to back.
Nope.
Oh well.
Couldn't even score a touchdown.
That's also facts. He was having a rough go of it.
It was a really boring Super Bowl. Also, Kansas City had a bunch of injuries on their offensive line, and they had Mike Remmers playing offensive line, who, if you remember, was the tackle for the Panthers, the right tackle for the Panthers when their Super Bowl happened. And the same thing. It was like fucking running through a pylon, bruh. Mahomes, I mean, the whole game just running for his life, dude. Like, they feasted on him.
That meme of Mike Epps running from, God, what's her name? It's ironic.
Yeah.
From next Friday.
Oh yeah.
What's her name?
I don't remember her name, but yeah.
It's like tiny something. It's because she's big.
Mm-hmm.
But so God damn it! Like it's
behind the store.
It's killing me. I can't remember it. Like you why like he said because Ice Cube's like, how are you scared of a girl named? What the fuck is her name? She's got all the information on all the 2000 snacks, the bootleg snacks. What the fuck is her name, dude? You gotta look that up. It's killing me. It's literally killing me.
Literally, Josh's life is in your hands right now.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, dude. With that
Find
ponytail,
it.
you got to get through the
But he's
internet
running
faster
away
than that,
from her.
dog.
He's just absolutely busting the moves, dude. Someone was saying that was Mahomes every time he dropped back. I was loving that.
Did y'all see that one play where he was like literally like diving, falling down, and just like chucked that shit 30 yards though, dude? That's crazy.
He's a good quarterback.
And dude, Winfield, when he threw the deuces up to Tyreek Hill, because earlier in the season, Tyreek Hill ran a touchdown on him, threw the deuces up to him as he ran by him, and then backflipped in the end zone.
Yep.
And he was like, you know what I'm saying? People don't
Karma.
forget. Like people don't forget.
Do not forget. I also was loving the a little bit of Cap's Twitter was talking about, just if this was Lamar Jackson in Mahomes' shoes, he would have been getting dragged. He would have been getting absolutely dragged. Whereas people will come to the defense of Mahomes much more so.
Definitely.
And that's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
It is what it is.
But also, Mahomes does have a ring too. You know what I'm saying?
These are facts.
At like this point, he
with
does
a lot of weapons.
with
around
a
him.
lot of weapons
And
and a really good
Lamar is
coach.
the best weapon on their team. So
With the far and above.
but
Wasn't that the Super Bowl that you guys hosted where the lights and shit went out?
that was the
at
Ravens. The
yeah,
Ravens
it
won that. It was the Ravens
right?
49ers.
Yeah.
That was a Cap was in that Super Bowl. Shouts out.
He was.
Yeah, probably should be in the NFL.
Yeah, probably a little old at this point, maybe, but
Probably is.
but definitely should have been.
I mean, because this has been a thing that's been going on for what, like 3 or 4 years or whatever, however long it's been.
I feel like we think it's like 3 or 4. If we looked it up, it would be like 6 or something like that. You
Probably
know what I'm
longer.
saying?
Yeah, no shit.
But anyway,
yeah,
Brady is celebrating the fuck out of that 7th ring.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of video of him. I saw the last one I saw. He was getting just kind of like low key carried away.
Yeah.
From everything, just hammered drunk. Which there's nothing wrong with that. You win a championship, that's what you do. We've seen fucking Ovechkin swimming in fountains, public fountains, that homeless people probably piss in.
Yeah,
They didn't give a fuck.
See, the only difference is though, like there were probably when Ovechkin was doing that, there were probably like 15 to 20% of people there might have thought like, is that a homeless guy? That's like
That's
is
a
doing
great
this
point. No teeth, scraggly beard. That's
a lot of gray hair, speaking Russian.
I mean, he's only one of the most recognizable NHL players in the world. But yeah, I feel you.
No, but compared to Tom Brady though,
it's
you know what
night
I'm
and
saying?
day.
Like
Night and day.
there were definitely
Especially in
people around DC that like walked up like, who is that?
I did see someone make a great point. This goes right into the whole sort of topic because now everything's with 7 championships. Is he one of the greatest athletes of all time? Short answer is absolutely not.
Who do you think's the greatest?
I mean, it's low-key Serena Williams.
We were talking about this.
Yeah,
Serena
it's
Williams.
kind of hard to say it's not Serena Williams. 23 Grand Slams.
Yeah.
Baby D.
Take it.
Baby D.
Baby D.
Yeah.
Baby D. How are you scared of a girl named Baby D?
I almost forgot you were looking that up.
I mean, it took you long enough, dude.
It took me a minute. It was
You just say
much harder to find.
Who
than
is
it
the
should've been.
female bully in next Friday?
Bro, like that was the first thing I typed, and it just
Didn't give you an answer?
It just came up with like just clips. Just came up with clips from next Friday.
But it wasn't the clip. Was it?
It wasn't,
Mike
it
runs.
wasn't the clip.
Because
I had to search.
man, I'm just having all
Mike
kinds of brain
Epps
farts.
runs behind the store next Friday, motherfucker, before something came up.
That's hilarious.
That's so good.
But so you would say Serena Williams over like Michael Jordan?
I mean, Michael Jordan's got what, 6 rings?
6 rings, yeah,
It's
but 6
really-
for 6.
Yeah, that's really hard to take away from Mike. I mean,
I think Gretzky's
What-
got to be in the argument just based on dominance of the sport. Like
dominance
if
in
you,
the sport.
Getting into I don't think it's a stretch to say Michael Jordan is probably a better
and this
athlete.
conversation is mostly being had in regards to championships and titles.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, I know. I just for the
But
greatest
you're right.
of all time.
I'm not disagreeing otherwise.
Because that's where I think Brady loses points is people go like, yeah, no, what he did was crazy, but football is such a team sport.
What if he had played his entire career in Tampa? There's no fucking way he's getting 7.
Yeah, there's no shot.
You see what I'm
There's
saying?
no shot.
So,
yeah,
yeah, and to your point.
people are shitting all over Belichick like now because of what's going on. But
One of the
he
greatest
had a-
NFL coaches ever.
Yeah, he definitely had a hand in everything going on in New England for all those years. Like when we were talking about when they
Part
beat
of
the
the
Rams.
problem where he left the team was that Belichick still had a hand. You see what I'm saying?
Had the hand.
Had
Like,
too
it was
many
all,
hands.
Yeah, but it was only Belichick's hand. He was like,
which
Tom, get
that
your
starts to
fucking.
become a problem too. You know what I'm
Tom
saying?
went to go reach at it, and Belichick slapping that shit away from his plate. Dog, he's like, fuck out of here, dude. I got you. I'll give you the food. But yeah, I would say like Tom loses points in like the pure athlete category.
Right.
Like when I'm talking like comparing him to Michael Jordan, in the sense that like he's not the level of athlete.
I mean,
The
you look at
football is
any of those
the-
people on the list, like in typical like athletic like skill competitions, whatever you like different.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would say, different like combine type tests. Like he would lose in many categories.
Oh, and he did when he was in the combine, 7th round and shit. But
7th round pick.
But
yeah.
then, and also with the team sport thing, guys like Jordan and Gretzky, you play like you're off the court, off the ice for a bit of time, but when you're on there, you're playing everything.
And
Offense, defense.
Jordan was 6 for 6.
Yeah, and Tom Brady. He had to have a defense that was ready to win games too.
Facts.
To get those Super Bowls.
I mean, other guys too, like Lionel Messi is a good example.
Yeah.
But a lot of the context of the conversation was like recognizable things like that.
Achievements
It's
and dominance in the sport.
It's kind of hard to not put Ovechkin up in that category, in my opinion. Not just as a dick rider, but also like we're talking the rest of the world. Not many people really fuck with American football outside the United States.
definitely.
So like Brady really starts to lose recognition at that point.
Yeah,
Then
Brady
you're really
does.
relying on the Federers,
Yeah.
fucking Serena.
Well, but that's
Ovechkin.
where other countries or basketball is a super popular international
That's
sport
also facts.
too, which is
LeBron
where-
is got to be in
Oh.
the top 5.
Oh,
Fuck championships. Athlete.
yeah,
Mega athlete.
oh, absolutely,
Pure
yeah.
athlete. You know what I'm saying? He could have
100%.
played. We talked about this. He could play fucking. If he would have just ice skated, he'd be fucking one of the best hockey players ever.
Oh,
no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah,
There's-
yeah.
It's a
freak,
thing.
freak of nature.
And yeah, he's huge, but it's also just that thing. You know what I'm saying? And dude's got it.
No, he's got. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, he's huge, but also just like being huge, and he can just like moving like that. That's why basketball players just kind of fucking creep me out in general. It's just like, bro, y'all are like,
How
they're
does
like
gravity not affect
Dude,
you
they're
different?
like the fucking Ents, dog. Like,
but Ents get affected by the gravity. They're
they
slow.
do. They're
You know
slow.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
no, the basketball players just like
just as fast. That's true. That's
fucked up.
That's pretty good.
But so you're giving it who is your greatest of all time? You're going with
It's-
Serena?
Man, it's hard. It's either her or Mike.
That's what I'm saying. I think I would still give it to Mike because he had the
6 for 6.
6 for 6. He had the pop culture impact. It's comparable to LeBron, and he had that he a super athlete. On top
His
of all
competitive
that.
drive too
Yeah.
was unmatched and is always talked about.
Yeah, I
mean,
will say I think
it's
Brady's probably a better leader. Like if you were to ask guys to say who would you rather go play for, I think most guys.
Mike, I feel like he would challenge his fucking teammates to one-on-ones if they said anything. Whereas that's just not what a leader does, right?
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
and
the
also
super
he-
ultra competitive guy does. But
If they played ping pong in the locker room and you beat him, like you weren't allowed.
he's not talking to you for a week.
When you weren't allowed to go home until he beat you.
That's
And he wouldn't let you throw.
Yeah,
he would
that's
be
not-
like, no,
yeah.
like you I could tell you let me have that shit.
Okay, well, in regards to leadership, does that not make you better?
The player individually or
Yeah.
I mean, it
You know what I'm
obviously
saying? Getting
made
pushed? You know what I'm saying?
having that. I mean, for Mike's case,
Would
having
we
the
ever
drive.
heard of Pippen or Robin without Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen without Mike? Would we ever even heard of them?
I mean,
I'm trolling.
I was like, you probably
You definitely
got to
would've
the
heard Dennis
same-
Rodman.
Yeah,
That motherfucker would end up in the news somehow. Nah, but Pippen was amazing too.
He was, but
Yeah.
I mean, you were a part of one of the greatest teams, considered one of the greatest teams of all time.
The
so.
90s Bulls.
And it's not that without Michael. So
You're dropping facts right now. I mean, this is the thing though. It's a very fluid conversation. You know who has no business being in the conversation, especially at this point? Tiger Woods. Get him him and any golfer the fuck out of this conversation. I'm not hating on golf as a sport.
Well, we can hate on golf.
We can hate a little bit, and I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not athletes. Some of the best.
Jordan played golf.
Michael Jordan did play
That was
golf.
a Space Jam.
Well, you don't. He played baseball too.
He did play
That was Space.
baseball.
I'm kidding. Yeah, but what horrible baseball player?
Was he a terrible baseball player?
I don't think.
He
I don't think he ever played for the Sox. He only made or played for the minor team. He did switch sports on some straight up Barry Sanders type shit.
And
Barry Sanders.
Barry
Sanders now.
Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, and
All of them are
Deion
up
Sanders.
there. All of them are up there.
Yeah,
They're
it's
up
just
there.
purely from an athleticism standpoint.
Didn't Russell Wilson almost go to the MLB? Wasn't that almost like
Dude,
career
he
changing?
probably went to state, dude. You know what I'm
He
saying?
did go to state.
Fucking had some real fucking.
This just give me an excuse to tell this story again. I fucking got to play a little bit of touch football with Russell Wilson.
Really?
Yeah, told the story like 20 times. He
I honestly don't know if I've ever heard it straight up.
It was when he was going to state for that very short stint. He was at Garner with some other state player doing workouts. And I was taking a fucking weightlifting class, and that day we just so happened to be, it was like a field day sort of thing.
Yeah.
We just weren't in the room that day and fucking playing football. And
Russell Wilson was like, let me check in right
he got
quick.
in for a couple downs. Damn. Yeah. Because I think it was a thing where like someone overthrew something and it kind of like landed over there where they were. It was like, something like, yo, throw the ball back. And then he was like, yo, let me get in on a couple plays.
Was he like levels above when you like? Could you tell then?
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine so. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even going to front. Some of the kids in that weightlifting class were on the football team, and fucking Garner's football team
Was good.
was always good. And these kids,
Shouts out.
I mean, we're also talking about some kids who like probably shouldn't even been in high school. These motherfuckers were like 25 and shit. Just too strong. Too big, too strong. It was sick. Looking back at the time, I'm like, I don't, who the fuck is this guy, right?
Yeah,
a lot of the guys who were especially like state bound were well aware who Russell
There
Wilson
goes
was.
shit.
I had no clue.
But even then, even look at him then, you don't know what he's gonna be now.
You know,
Speaking about that, dude, I remember I did track and field. This is just a quick sidebar. I did track and field for a little bit through shot put, and they brought this motherfucker. I don't remember his name, but he was on the football team. And I'm just a freak athlete, obviously. And there's like a whole technique to the shit because it's basically a fucking 10-pound.
It's a cannonball.
Yeah, it's a cannon, and you like on the neck, push all this shit. They brought him out there like, we're just gonna see like
He threw it like a baseball.
dude straight. He like took it and he was like, and just like chucked the shit as far as I was throwing it on just like with zero technique. And I was just like, well, I mean, like I don't even give a fuck about this to begin with. Definitely don't now though.
I don't even have fun doing this shit anyway. That's just stupid anyway.
This dude just shit all over me about like threw his arm backwards and shit. Like,
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
crazy times, dude.
Crazy times.
Yeah, I would still give it to Mike.
Yeah, I mean, it's I can't really debate it. It's
I would still give it to Mike.
it's a tough conversation.
Tom.
Yeah, he's just
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
He's
You
just
still
not
beat
the
the
greatest.
Panthers, you know what I'm
Great
saying?
athlete, great leader. He's gonna go down as the best quarterback in NFL history.
100%
It's
behind
also
Cam
like
Newton.
not a. You can dream. It's a hard position. Probably one of the hardest
one of the-
positions from a
yeah.
technical standpoint, and you got to memorize all the plays. And you have to be a leader. You're the starter, the one starting position. You have a couple
The
receivers.
only person that touches the ball every down. The only
Literally.
person. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Besides the center, but yeah.
besides the center. You know, but who cares? Who
Yo,
cares about him?
super underrated your
Position?
offensive line. You're just offensive line.
Oh, 100%.
You know
that's
what I
why.
mean?
That's why fucking.
Look at Tampa and the Patriots.
That's why you saw Russell. I think speaking of Russell Wilson, bought like his whole offensive line. Those fucking
Yep.
what are those off-road ATV shits?
Yeah. No,
what
no,
are
yeah,
they?
yeah.
Or Gators or whatever? Is that what they're
Gators.
called?
Yeah.
Bought like a sick ass like ones of those. Dude.
I just wish I had those appetites.
Oh,
Because like
the-
whenever you see an offensive line go out to dinner, it just looks so
Oh,
good.
for
You're just like,
sure.
oh man, they're fucking just feasting right now.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. People act like
Racks
that's
of ribs.
dude. People like my mom was like, I don't get how you can be like a professional athlete and just be that out of shape. I was like, Mom, they're big, like they're big men. They have to hold that weight because they're going up against other 300-pound men. But let's not
They're
mistake
still, like-
them for being out of shape.
They could probably foot race faster than any of us.
Oh, it's, definitely
Like,
outrun
easy.
us, speed or distance. I would imagine.
No problem. Oh well, their endurance is going to be stacked, but
Yeah.
just,
Besides the fact that their knees don't work anymore.
they got medicine for that.
Yeah.
Bro,
Gotta get some cortisone
just like
shots.
for real though, like imagine just a
Being
fucking
6'8", 350 pounds.
but moving like the wind comparatively,
yeah.
right to your average Joe.
Oh, compared to anyone
Like
else
off
who's
the
6'8",
line,
like-
you know what I'm saying? Like those first 5 steps, bro,
Dude, it's
terrifying.
Oh my god! Imagine being like one of the running backs.
Do you remember that show they had on was it Vice or Spike or whatever? It was Pros versus Joes.
Yeah, it sounds like a Spike show.
What a great show that was, dude. What a great show. Because they would every once in a while they'd always have like some decent athlete depending on the sport. There was a couple of hockey ones, but every once in a while they'd have like a decent like a stud. And they would just fucking work a motherfucker.
For real.
I'd get off on that
I
shit.
remember that it was a Jackass skit where they had Johnny Knoxville basically took a blindside hit for I forget the NFL player, but the reason I saw it was because there was like an interview with him and he was going over like some shit that he like actually regretted doing, and one of them was getting knocked
Why
out
the
by
fuck-
Butterbean. And which I don't know if you ever watched that video back, but yeah. And the other one was taking that blindside hit.
Talk about one of the greatest athletes of all time. How the fuck is Johnny Knoxville in that? Motherfucker went in blindfolded with a bull.
He did.
He let himself get ran over by a
did.
raging bull.
Dude,
Put LeBron in there.
Can you? Oh, can you imagine the anticipation of blindfolded and just like?
I mean, you watched it. You
Dude,
saw it happen. The
Like
motherfucker's
you
shaking, dude.
think you think like Tarkov's stressful, like hearing a motherfucker like walk around, and you're like, where's he coming from, dude? Imagine just bull, just like you just hear
You
the
can
holes.
hear that thing breathe.
Dude, you can like feel it in the ground
Oh
as it
my
gets closer
God.
to you, dude.
Johnny Knoxville, greatest athlete of all time. Simple
That's
as that.
changing my answer, 100%.
Speaking of Jackass, streaker in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What's a sporting event, a classic sporting event without someone trying to get naked and run through the field and catch a misdemeanor?
Yep.
You know, what
yeah.
is it? It's nothing. This motherfucker was out there streaking in like a pink one piece.
Something like that.
You know what I'm saying? Nice ass on him. Fat Nick Merckx looking motherfucker.
100%.
Apparently, and this is kind of chalked in my opinion too, low key. Motherfucker bet on himself in the sense that he bet that however much money that a streaker would fucking do it, and with those odds, which are pretty low given the Super Bowl, right? It doesn't happen too often, I don't think. Guy won like $300,000.
Yeah.
And it took him having to be the streaker. Now, I'm sold that there's no way he wanted to be the streaker. He wanted to make the bet. And when it came time, now when did it happen? Do you recall? Like what quarter? Was it the third? After the half?
It was after halftime.
Was
It was
after
definitely after
halftime?
half. I want to say it was like the third because when it happened, Patrick Mahomes could not have been less impressed. I just remember because they never showed the streaker on TV anymore.
Of course
and
not.
Just like
Unfortunately.
yeah, super unfortunate. But just like you're just watching like Mahomes just like watch this guy run, dude, and just like the malice. He just hated it.
He's already losing.
Yeah, he's losing. He's like, I'm either gonna fight. Like it was close to the time where it's like they got to score here or it's pretty much over. So he was like this motherfucker, like someone just get him the fuck out of here. But yeah, fucking like third quarter. Do you think it's real? Or do you think this is one of those internet stories about him winning a bet?
Oh, sure. You tell me it's fake, I'm buying it. I'm fine with that.
It's
mainly just because I don't want him to have that much money. But that's just a hater.
Now, let's say because it was like $375K or something
like
that,
that,
right?
Yeah.
He's banned from every sporting event like in the United States.
I hope it was
ever.
worth it, little bitch.
Is it worth? Would you go
For 300K?
streaking? Go throw on that fucking whatever shit he was wearing, the little onesie, and fucking.
Can I wash it first?
They got to take it right off of him. It's your turn to go. Because apparently he had his boy
300K.
jump off and do like a pre-streak.
Like test the waters?
Well, jump off. Security's like get him, and then he hits the lid.
Man,
going the
how
other
are
way.
bookies not like coming after this dude?
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of bullshit.
It's just chalk. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because like at that point you're not gambling. It's not chance if you know you're going to make.
and he's
this
sitting
thing
there
work.
before the half, like, come on, streakers, and then no one does it. And he's like, I got to take this in my own hands.
For real? Do you think there's an over/under? Like if there's two streakers, you lose your money, but if there's just one streaker, so he's trying to like time it out. Like, all right, no one else is gone, but like
Something
I
like
don't want to
that.
jump down like COD timing. I don't want to jump down. At
If
the
you're
same
that
time as
bookie,
this other guy.
you better go get your fucking vig. Is all I'm saying. You better go after this dude and get a cut because that's some horse shit.
For real.
But shouts out the
But
chaos.
is it worth it to y'all? Would you do it?
300K?
300K,
And from every sporting event. Well, what if
every-
we can never go back? Sporting events.
Then it might.
Then worth.
Definitely worth it for him.
Big worth.
And the other thing is like, man, I don't think PNC Center's like checking that.
Checking
dude,
that
you know
shit?
what I'm saying? They're
I
gonna
mean, there's
let-
a lot of goofy dudes that look like that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, hold up the fucking every dude? You know what I'm saying? Let me see your butt cheeks. All right, that's not him. Yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
300K?
I'll probably do it.
Am I streaking the Super Bowl for 300K? Yeah, probably. Whatever.
Because in addition to that, it's also like you're probably like 50K that's
It's-
on the line to begin
Where
with.
was the Super Bowl? That just shows
It
you how
was?
little I
It was in.
interested.
I'm pretty sure it was in
Was in
Florida.
Florida?
I'm pretty
Cool.
sure.
Then it's not too cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some,
yeah.
hopefully I'm having a shower day.
You're having a little hang time down
Hopefully.
there.
The humidity is allowing.
Well, yeah,
for
I mean,
that.
you definitely got to go to the bathroom.
I
hit
mean,
the
it's going to be
helicopter.
embarrassing for me no matter what. I can have some dignity at the end
Tripping
of
and
it.
falling like in the end zone.
Over
like,
my dick. No,
It happened so fast. I actually got back into my seat before anyone noticed what happened. Like I gave up on the idea so quickly into it.
shit. A little bit of hockey shit. Kane's playing with 11 forwards, 8 D-man.
Yeah. That when we were playing against fucking Columbus.
Yep.
Trocheck went out like the morning of. Brendan Moore said he took a puck, lower body concern of some sort, and the way like the cap issues work, I guess like we couldn't ice Lawrence because of. I'm really like the cap side of it. I'm very confused on, to be honest. Why we weren't allowed to just take Lawrence off, I guess, the taxi squad and put him on the roster. But people are saying, like, well, why didn't we just put Mrazek on LTIR, which I guess they didn't want to do, which hopefully means Mrazek is going to come back sooner than later, because
It's his
LTIR would last until February 24th.
He doesn't need his thumb.
He doesn't need his thumb, dude. It's on the block.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be hurting.
Yeah.
Like,
you
he's
know
going to
what
come back, and that thumb will not be right.
I'm saying? 100%.
But he can do it.
It's 1
If
year.
if
How
fucking
much longer is his
Carlson,
contract is?
if Carlson can fucking destroy his ankle, They put a metal one in there, and then he's back like in 4 weeks or whatever, dude. Anyone can.
For real.
They were just going in. They were giving
giving
some of those Tarkov morphine injections, dude. Like fucking.
You just got to hit him with a little bit of that Gorilla Glue, dog. You know.
Yo, son.
But before we get into that, so yeah, the 11 forwards.
I don't think we have any business talking about
fucking
that. Keep it a buck.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about. We got that. Lady put Gorilla Glue in her whole head, dog. But so we had the goal that was offsides, but wasn't offsides. The league fucking just could not have shit the bed worse on. I don't know why they ever came. Dylan, have you heard about what went down?
So a quick summary, because I feel like I'll fly through this. The Canes score a goal, right? And fucking then it gets reviewed. The Blue Jackets challenge it for offsides.
Oh yeah.
It was determined just in I'm down the story. I'm gonna finish the story. You know what I'm saying? it was determined at that point that it was a good goal.
Yep.
And the play would stand. So then Columbus gets charged a minor penalty for fucking the thing, which I do love that rule. In this case, it kind of fucked them, but I love that rule. Thankfully, we didn't score on that power play.
Yes.
But the period ends through the intermission. Through whatever fuckery, they figure out that it was actually offsides, which once you see the blue line replay, it's like dead ass offsides, which I don't know why they didn't look at that first or give everyone access to that first, whatever. There's a bunch of bullshit. It's not really clear how they didn't figure it out, but they didn't figure it out. So then when they come back, they decide to not remove the goal because it happened, but they get rid of the rest of the penalty, and that's it.
And then the Hurricanes win the game by 1 goal.
Right, which kind of the whole
should have
thing.
been taken off the board.
That's fine.
And so then they play again with 11 forwards and shit, and they call that penalty shot.
Oh yeah,
they called a penalty shot when he was just outside of his own blue line.
Damn.
Like maybe it turns into a breakaway, but that come on, man. It's not a scoring chance yet. Very much a makeup call. But then Line doesn't play the last half of the game. The guy that they traded out, Pierre-Luc Dubois, who was also sat for a game, to bring in his third game playing or whatever. Tortorella sits him for half the game and has a quote after the game saying I don't want to sit guys. After he's been sitting guys on a tear and sitting stars of the team too type shit. So.
Yeah.
Do you think Line do you think he's a locker room problem? Because I guess it comes out later that he had words with a coach. Line did. He had.
Oh really?
They not an altercation,
Just
but
shut
I think
up, coach. I know what I'm doing.
Some disrespectful, dismissive shit.
Here's my thing about Line, and it seems like you just said dismissive. I think he's got low key just a social thing. He's just got some social. Introvert shit going on where it might make it a little bit more difficult for him to communicate, let alone fucking speak English on it, right? His English has gotten amazing compared to when he first came to the league, as a lot of, foreign European players end up figuring out. But there's definitely some social shit going on with him, without a doubt, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest catalyst for whatever's going on there. He just literally doesn't know everyone well enough. They don't know him. So that's just a really fucked up coincidence.
Yeah.
More than anything. But, if that doesn't fly, if that doesn't mesh well with the fucking locker room culture and all that shit, you're gonna get sad. I don't know. Torts is the coach who will sit you.
Yeah, Torts will definitely.
You know what I mean?
You.
It's I don't know.
It's just kind of like seeing because then
they gotta make it work. They can't not make it work.
But if I'm the owner, right, and sure, you got to make it work, but seeing him Line is not gonna not set to be there next year. This is the end of his contract this year. If I'm the owner, I'm listen, I know we obviously can't let that fly, but if you're the owner, do you rather have Torts say something at the intermission? I obviously don't know when it happened,
right.
Stuff like that. I think it started sometime in the second, so we had second intermission to third to be have a conversation with him and lay the groundwork without pissing off the
without trying to make an example.
Yeah,
of
without he just got here. Don't try to single him out that quick. And I'm sure the guys don't give a fuck. They're probably,
they're probably used to it.
Yeah, he said some shit to the coach. That's on him. It does. I don't.
I don't know this motherfucker that well yet. It's just I don't know. It's also one of those things where it's kind of similar with the PLD shit. We're not there, right? We don't know who's saying what to who, and who's really the dickhead here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because maybe the thing he said to the coach is just some
could be valid.
It could be valid, and maybe it was a tone, like you're saying. Maybe just be the way the tone was, and Tortorella was
maybe he just sucked his lips. He's
who
the fuck you sucking your lips at, bitch? You're sitting the rest of the period.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where he's the coach. There's a respect thing there where you just don't talk back to your coach. I don't know. It's tough. honestly, I feel like almost no matter what, unless he was really crossing the line, you probably shouldn't have sat him. Just like you're saying, you don't want to piss off the new talent, especially a guy on Line A's, perceived level of star ability. It's a fucked up situation. It's not a good look for Torts at the end of the day. I feel like it doesn't make Line A look bad.
The memes were incredible when the quote came out. He was like, "I don't want to sit people," and then
so many fucked up analogies people are making. Really fucked up ones, but funny nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Gorilla Glue, I guess.
Gorilla Glue, fucked up.
So this poor girl, she thought it was there because there's some type of product for flattening hair and holding it. It's like some gel. That's the thing is I think she mistaked it for an existing product that has like that shit, like no cap.
There's no shot,
bro. Like
The thing I heard, and
I thought that was legit.
The thing I heard is that she straight up was like trying to use hairspray. And like she ran out of hairspray.
Use the spray adhesive.
I heard
Gorilla Glue.
it was like because it was. I ain't heard nothing about no gel. I heard it was hairspray she was trying to make up for, and was like, I'm gonna just use this Gorilla Glue.
And it worked.
Well,
but that's
worked.
The only style of hair that she's allowed to have. I don't straight up. Is it still in her hair? Like I'm not even making jokes.
I think recently she went to the hospital and
they had probably just cut that shit out, right?
Well, so like I think you have to first. Yeah, you have to chemically treat it so you can then cut it out. You see what I'm saying?
Because they were saying they were using like iso alcohol and stuff, which just kind of like
it's just gonna destroy her hair.
Well, that, but also like using the iso and just like trying to get it out like that, just like gummed it up and then it would just reset. And so like I don't know what they had to like dip her head in, but there's no shot it was able to touch the rest.
I tell you one time when I was like, again, fuck you guys. Like this is like a black woman's hair, right? We don't know, and frankly, I don't think we have a lot of business comment on it. But we're talking about it. One time I was like fucking like 7 or 8, and I was at daycare, and motherfuckers had like some silly putty type shit, and I don't remember if it was me or if someone like dared me or if someone did it to me. That shit ended up in my head. That shit ended up in my fucking bowl cut ass head.
You had like a like a black woman was watching you, and you were like. Hair.
No.
I thought that's what you were about to say.
No.
Hell no. How old did you say you were?
Oh, I was a child.
I'm pretty sure this was like a 40-year-old woman. So, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like,
kind of a good point, a little bit.
Like, no, because I just.
That's why I could have sworn I thought I had read that like there's a like maybe if it's like a label thing where like the label looks.
I'm sure there was somebody on the internet that was like, see, here's this product. Obviously, it's super mistaken for this Gorilla Glue product.
I think that's like a thing, dude.
But like maybe, but then I want to see the product she used. Because like if you pull it out and it's just like Gorilla Glue, like with the gorilla fucking just like trying to tear some shit apart and you can't because of the glue. What it looks like. And then it's like, like,
that says for the world's toughest jobs on it.
Yeah. She used like JB Weld.
Like getting it out of hair. That's wild. I mean, people have done way dumber shit too. Like
people have done
this is just a story that went viral.
My biggest gripe with it isn't that it happened, and it's like you feel bad for her for the situation she's in.
Oh, for sure.
My thing is from my understanding, she's trying to sue Gorilla Glue.
I kept doing that too.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's gonna work.
And in her defense,
at the same time, ask like pandering for strangers on the internet for money to fund the lawsuit, and it's like that's where I'm like,
nah. Maybe the medical shit.
Yeah,
sure.
But the medical shit just because.
But nah, you ain't suing them. You ain't getting away.
But
with
also,
that.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some lawyer, on some ambulance chasing shit, saw this happen, reached out to her that was like, I think we can get you a little bit of money for this.
And that guy, that lawyer's a piece of shit.
Yeah, just like the ambulance chasers that literally just follow people to the hospital, walk in like, hey, if you need a lawyer, fucking
no facts.
We're gonna try to screw over these people that just tried to save your life.
No, that's garbage for sure. It's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, hilarious. Don't put Gorilla Glue in your hair.
I'm sure it says right on the thing too, right? Like,
well, it says like
don't put it on your
avoid
hair.
like eyes, skin,
hair.
I see. That's the thing. I think that's their argument is that it doesn't explicitly say.
You are putting way too much responsibility on the common person here. Like people are.
Well, the responsibility should be on them. Should we expect it? Maybe
I'm not
not.
saying that their label shouldn't say that.
It does say it.
It does or doesn't. I'm not saying their label should say it. Regardless, it should not be that complicated to not put Gorilla Glue in your hair. If you're aware that it's Gorilla Glue,
Super glue. I'm not gonna hear that and not tell you don't have black people hair. Like I'm not gonna just respond with that. You just don't know. You see what I'm saying? You don't. You would never have to need to do it. You see what I'm saying? That like it's like a thing where like it's a perspective
I put
that
gel
we
in my
simply don't have.
I put gel in my hair.
Not the same kind, asshole.
You don't know that.
But
I do.
regardless-
I
but
actually
regardless-
do.
But regardless, no one needs to put Gorilla Glue in their hair, which is all I'm saying. That
Yeah,
should be
100%.
I mean, yeah,
given-
100%.
yeah.
That's literally.
I
what
will
I'm saying.
say,
That
having
should
to
be
get it all
common
cut
sense.
off.
I just think
Anyway.
you're just acting way too surprised. You're acting way too surprised for me.
Again, not surprised.
Having to
My
get it all
gripes
cut
are
off is
the-
definitely, I would say, more tragic for a black
again?
woman because their hair just grows slower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's like science.
It's-
I'm pretty
it's-
sure. Maybe.
it's
I
wild.
don't know. Fucking. I just
Again, we do not know. Like,
canceled the
we
whole
are
podcast, boys. I apologize.
Caucasian. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have not a fucking clue. Quick recovery to her. Jesus Christ. Any fucking way.
I washed my hair with lotion when I was a child because of my older sister.
Fucking dumbass. Stupid ass.
But when you were
sound
what?
like a child.
Okay. Thanks.
as long as we have that established, that's it. That's all.
You're young and dumb. Okay.
So you're saying kids can be stupid? Is what you're saying?
I'm saying kids are expected to be stupid.
Yeah.
More so than
Now, again,
adults.
like, but people, and there's no disrespect to her. People are dumb, bro. Like,
People are dumb.
you don't
People
expect
are
as much of the common person. People are dumb,
People
and
are
it's not even like, again, I don't blame her for being that dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know shit. People do not know shit. I don't know shit. I'm not gonna put Gorilla Glue in my hair. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna probably do some dumb shit tomorrow. Another person on the same level that you're reacting is gonna be like, how the fuck did you do that?
But again, to make it very clear, my reaction is based solely on the fact that she's trying to come at the company.
See, that's where
and
you
get
lose me
into it.
there.
Like,
Yeah.
that's-
Facts.
that's
Facts.
my
Facts.
issue. She can do it, and I'm gonna be like, you're dumb, but people are dumb. It's the fact that she's now trying to.
No, that's some
Or
fucked up shit.
someone is trying to develop sympathy for this,
That's too much.
mistake.
It's too much face you're trying to save there. Facts, big facts. But anyway, Jacob,
What's up, dog?
where can they get us if they want to talk hair products?
You want to talk hair products? Tell us how white we are. You can hit us up at Talkin' Sauce Pod. No underscore. Respect the underscore. We got a podcast every Monday on YouTube. Like, subscribe on all the streaming services. Spotify,
Do it,
Apple
do
Music,
it, do
maybe Google. You can get me at Jacob JAY_COBBB Josh.
At Teebs, TEABZZ.
You can find me on Reddit at UT.
I didn't prompt you yet, Dylan.
You can find me on Reddit at UT Mom.
Yo, drag this motherfucker.
Capital X.
Drag this
One more time,
motherfucker.
because Josh was talking this. UT Mom. 69420 lowercase x capital X.
Drag
This has
'em.
been the Scrum.